Hello Internet, James Allen from Out of 8, and today I'm playing Conquest of Paradise, the first expansion for grand strategy title Europa Universalis IV. The expansion adds three main features. It has a randomized North and South America, it features more fleshed out Native American countries, and you can also form colonial nations in the New World. So what I'm going to do is start out by controlling a Native American culture. You can choose a randomized North and South America as long as you start before 1492 when Columbus sailed the ocean blue. So I'm just going to pick some sort of random date in there. Sure, there you go. And then kind of pick one of these nations here. Who do I want? Doesn't really matter. We'll choose the Susquehannocks, and then you click play. And then it will generate the randomized. It plays a lot like the imperialism games. Colonization, a lot more interesting if you're one of the European nations. As a Native American country, you can do a couple of new things, which I'll show off here before I start time. There we go. So first off, you can kind of see I'm on an island. You can see our little randomized continent here. I have a couple, kind of a larger landmass here. And there's another part of a landmass over here. So pretty interesting. I found that the generator does a pretty good job creating plausible, randomized, semi-random areas. So, as a Native American nation, you can do a couple of unique things. You can have defensive alliances, which are called federations. So if you click another country, let me go to the political map. There's the Hurons. So you can do a federation, although they're hostile to me, so I'm going to try to take them out. You can do more traditional alliances as well. Single province Native Americans can actually migrate to a nearby province. It'll remove all of your structures, but it will allow you to kind of get away from the Europeans and try to stave off elimination a little bit longer with them. You also have unique tech tree. You do have the more classic technologies that requires way more power than you will ever be able to accumulate. So in order to do that, kind of compensate for that, you have these advancements here, which are much more reasonable to obtain as a Native American nation. It gives you little bonuses, much like the techs, but just for Native Americans. So pretty cool that they added a couple of new features there. So I'm going to kind of get started here and see who likes me. You like me. The Iroquois. Well, basically all these guys except for these two. So I'm going to try to align with them. The Iroquois, definitely. Kind of the strongest out of all of these. Do this too. That's all I got for diplomats right now. Hopefully the other guys will come at me. So here's our trade. We're in the Hudson Bay. It retains the names of the provinces and stuff, but it just places them in different places. So really that's kind of all I can do. I guess I can try to steer. I can steer more trade here actually. Oh, no, I can't. Nope, no colonial range. So basically I'm just kind of stuck here at Hudson Bay. So I really have no use for my other merchant, unfortunately. Let's see, my income's doing really bad, not surprisingly. So I might not even... Yeah, I can't even really afford any advisors at the moment. I got ideas, which take too long. Prestige... Oh, well, I will obviously choose that, since I'm just about to do that. And the rest of it's pretty similar to before, so we'll just kind of unpause and see what happens here. There we go. And got my prestige. Of course, I'll accept any alliances you may have. Let me see. I can do one more alliance. So I'm Iroquois, Lenape, and Ottawa. So these guys. Oh, no. Anybody else? Anybody else? No, I think that's going to be it. So it's going to be us 3 against the rest of these suckers. The Native Americans also have kind of special little buildings. Increases like your land force limit. Advisor costs 50%. That's actually pretty cool. I actually kind of like that. Increases your tax modifier. Build that, definitely. Production efficiency. You know, a lot of the same buildings, but they're way cheaper. We'll just do tax income first. Remove. I could actually probably do that. Remove them from the map. There we go. Iroquois, Lenape, oh yeah, we'll choose that mission. That'll be kind of my first thing to do. Get rid of these guys. Let's see what my military is. I can afford 2 more units, so I will do that. Native American archers. There we go. So there's my stuff, and then let me get my leader. Very good. Enjoy. Alright. So, first order of business is to kind of take these turkeys out. And then we will go from there. He is. Ah. Why? Jerk faces. Okay. Well, everybody hates me now. That's awesome. Hooray. I don't know why they broke their alliance with me. Rivals. They just really don't like me. Well, let's try to improve relations. I really want the Iroquois. To be honest. Alright. Who are you aligned with, by the way? Huron, Iroquois, and Fox. Oh, of course you are. Well, that might be a bit tricky. I do have a claim on that province, too, from that mission. Let's see what... Oh, I'm up to 1. Let's wait till those buildings go. I have a feeling a war with them will not do too good without any allies. Because I just have Ottawa. And I'll basically be at war with everybody else on my little island. With the randomized nations, you still get, you can see over here this gray area, you still get colonies. You know, areas to put down colonial ventures and go from there. Alright, buildings are done. See about these advisors. Try to go military. There we go. Brought down the price. The monthly is still the same, it looks like. Well, I can almost afford it. Let's do some more buildings. Whatever. I can build that back. Do some more goods. Goods are good. I will declare war on these people. Before I go to my second one. And I also want to do one of these ideas. I need 500. Getting 5 a month. 100 months. Let's see what the first one is. Gives me migration cooldown. That's not that interesting. Build cost. Morale. That one's what I really want. Hello. You ready to go fight somebody in a minute? I know I am. Alright. Enough of this messing around. Let's do this and lose. Oh, I don't have any diplomats. Why? Oh, because they made me a rival. Well, that's not very nice. Look at all those enemies. Good lord, everybody hates me. Yeah, you're my rival. Alright, well, this is gonna be bad. So everybody hates me for some reason, but I'm gonna declare war anyway. Am I at war with everybody now? Yep. I'm screwed. Yep, I'm screwed. Well, that didn't go well. Now everybody can come after me. Come at me, bro. Everybody hates me. Yeah, not so much. Oh, anyway. Well, you know, that's Native Americans. So basically, defensive federations, a new little mini tech tree, these little advancements here. You know, a couple new features for them. What I'm going to do, since I'm losing this, I'm going to go back to the menu. Yay, I stink. So I'm going to play and show off kind of that aspect of the game. Now you can, you know, if you start before 1492, you can get the colonial nations on the... but what happens if you have 5 or more adjacent colonies? They form a colonial nation. And it basically works like a vassal. So I'm just going to kind of choose a date over here that's somewhat interesting. So I'm just going to go back in time a little bit. Oop, not that far. I want to do... There we go. I want to be French Louisiana. And there you go. New Spain, stuff like that. So you can get... You're basically a vassal. You can control... You can't declare war on regular countries, but you can declare war on Indians, Native Americans, and you can do colonies, which is pretty interesting. You can kind of expand yourself around the region, which is pretty interesting because there's a lot of empty areas around here. So, and I was playing as New Spain for a while. You bring in some money, especially with New Spain, because you get all this gold. And you can see your income is pretty high. You do have to pay tariffs to your mother nation, but over time your liberty desire increases, and once it reaches 50% you can actually declare war and fight for independence, you know, which is what basically happens in the 13 colonies after a while. And it increases faster based on what the tariff rate is for your motherland. So I'm going to set these guys on patrol. Nope, protectorate, that's what I meant. So I'm going to protect my trade down there. Let's see what's going on with my military. Gosh, I'm going to have 10 more troops, so we're going to fill those out. Let's see, who do I want to attack, actually? I can go after these Indians over here and then colonize and all that stuff. So 10 more. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I can do 2 more. Alright, let's see what... Well, I can't really do anything else right now. I can hire a free military leader, though. Da-da-da! Let's stick you with these guys. Can choose a mission. Placate. Well, that's easy to do. So we'll do New Spain. So we'll just send a guy over there. There you go. Enjoy. I'm going to split this, which I should have done the split button, but that's okay. There we go. And I'm going to start colonizing stuff. So what's the best way? These two. So one of you guys go there, the other guy go there, and then I'll wait a little bit and then send colonists up in that area. I do have 2 colonies that are already going. Down there in Louisiana and Arkansas. Present day, of course. And the events are coming. So grain. Get rid of those savages. Savages. Alright, we'll wait for these guys to get up there, and then we'll send the colonists over. So I think it's interesting, little featured game over here. I mean, basically you can focus on colonization and stuff all the time instead of having to worry about those pesky European nations that crop up. Alright, send our colonists over. Alright. Yeah, stupid 13 colonies. Alright. Let's kind of group these guys up here. And we'll split them. So I can do 2 more if memory serves. Yep. Kind of want a mortar. Although, won't be too much of a help over here. But, and then we'll do 1 more of these guys right there. Alright. Oh no. As long as you park, park a guy there. And I'm losing money. Why am I losing money? I'm losing a lot of money. Oh, yeah, colonists. Yeah. That's probably why you shouldn't have 4 colonies going at once. Oh well. Well, shoot. So I can turn my army down a little bit. Yeah, I'll just do this. Alright. Well, shoot. Yeah, more people. Oh no. How dare they? Hire a free military leader. Alright. So we're just waiting for that cannon to go, and then I'll be all set on troops. And you can also, attack. Like, I'm probably going to attack these guys. I would say. What was that? 9, 10, 11. Actually, Minnesota. They're not aligned with anybody either. Should be everybody. No, I actually have 2 more that I can do. Where's that good leader? Yeah, I'm gonna switch him over here. So you're gonna go attack the Sioux. Good luck with that. Have fun. Good luck, have fun. Let's see. 2 more. What's this army? 721. You can get some more cavalry. Yeah, those guys are really being annoying. I kind of need to add some troops down there, don't I? I think I will. Fox. Alright. Going after the Sioux. Colonial Conquest, of course. Oh yeah, that's right. There we go. Make sure we can improve this a little bit. Still want a positive balance though. Take him out. Oh, very good. Oh, yeah, that's right. Down there. Go over there. That colony's giving me trouble. There, and I got beat. Oh, good. I'm gonna detach my siege because those guys are getting messed up with supplies. Attrition. One more. Oh, yeah, that's right. I don't lose money again. There you go. Alright. So we'll take this, we'll annex it, and then we'll do the incorporation stuff. You can see over here there's this new subjects, which would happen if I was France. You know, it would show all the little colonial nations that you have. Basically, the rest of the game is pretty much the same. Nah. Doesn't really matter. Trade efficiency for taxes. No. Yep. No. Actually, yes. So I'm gonna have to convert these turkeys over. Missionary, yes. Yes. Okay. So I'm gonna have to convert this province over here in a couple of seconds when I can win the siege. Yay! Hello, I want to annex you. Oh, of course you did. Alright. First, religion, missionary, go. Then you core it, and then you change the culture, and then it's just like new. I'll keep this guy. Hey, how's it going? I'm gonna attack you soon. I think we'll just move this guy over here and then we'll just split him. Merge and split. Keep the one with the leader down there. Put these guys down here. Actually, where's my other colony? Way down there. Those guys aren't so bad. No, those guys are way more aggressive. Alright. So, pretty interesting. You know, you could see where you could expand further out. You know, I'd colonize these uncolonized lands here. Maybe go after the Shawnee. The Susquehannocks. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, these are republics, the low colonial nations. Minnesota, eh? Yeah, I went through all those already. Missionary's almost done. Take him like, what, a year to convert everybody over? Not even. Some trade. So I got one there and one stopping the flow out. Yeah, where is that going? Oh, way up there. I have another guy up there. Oh yeah, St. Lawrence. The randomized nations does all the little trade routes too, which is pretty cool. So fairly sophisticated. Let's make sure I don't have any other religion problems. I don't think I do. I think everything's Catholic. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's why. Alright. Mental note. Don't have... Gosh, that's crazy. Don't have more than 2 colonies. Oh, good. Hey, guys. Y'all are core now. Really cheap cost. Yeah. Maybe I do have to put you down there. It is good news. Do I even have any advisors? I don't think so. Yeah. Can't really afford them. Because I was dumb and did all these colonies at once. Well, now I know. I didn't realize I had 2 already going before I spent those things. What? Wasn't that my mission? Opinion is at least 100. Oh, 35. Oh, because they're a rival. Well, that was never going to happen then. That was dumb. Well, maybe I'll go after Spain then. Yeah, gotta wait 10 years. Boo. Hello. Portuguese, Brazil. Morocco. Ottomans. Yep. Well, nothing much else is going on right now. I'm just, would expand out, take over some of the native lands, and then convert them over. So I think that gives a pretty good feel. Sure, Spain, you can have military access. Pretty good feel for the game. The big feature is the randomized maps, which gives a lot of replay value when you're exploring the New World. The only restriction on it is that before 1492. In order to reap the benefits there, which is fine. At least you don't have to start at the very first date in 1444 or whatever it is. The Native Americans have also gotten their own mini check tree, which is kind of nice. It's kind of and also cheaper buildings, so they can actually afford to do things. So it makes them a little bit more playable, although they're still going to get steamrolled by the Europeans whenever they show up. But at least let you survive for a little bit longer, and it gives you some stuff to do in the meantime, so that's kind of nice. And other than the random maps, honestly, the biggest things I think are colonial nations. Kind of gives you another way to play. Gives you a lot of interesting decisions over here. And also kind of cuts down on the micromanagement a bit if you're France or Spain or Portugal. You don't have to manage your colonies and worry about Europe, kind of 2 things at the same time, so it lets you kind of speed up play a little bit there. Sure, we'll do that. So overall, I think that if you play a lot in the New World in Europa, then I think that this expansion is worth it for you. If you're a person that plays, as Russia or one of the other countries that doesn't focus on colonization as much, then obviously you won't see any of the benefits from it. And the generic gameplay benefits are free in the latest patch for the game anyway. But I think that the randomized maps and the colonial nations and the couple new additions that they add for Native Americans does offer a good amount to the game. So I recommend it if you like to focus on the New World part of the game. So that's all I have for today. Till next time, bye now.